Hi everyone, it's Tori from Swimming in Sakura, and today I wanted to share with you some options that I have found for the Hobonichi weeks. A lot of these are things that I have seen other people use, and so I will try to mention those videos, and definitely at least we'll link them below so you guys can check those people out. This year, since I'm using multiple Hobonichi weeks, I've been really hunting for kind of the perfect cover for them. And I think because I'm using different weeks for different purposes, I have a couple different things that I am currently using to meet those needs. And I just wanted to share with you a few of the things that I have found. So to get started, I'm going to start us off with this right here. And this is the Filofax Saffiano and the compact zip. And on camera, it's looking really blue, but it's actually much more, it's got much more green in it. This is, I think it's called the aqua color, but it is very much like a turquoisey kind of color. Really pretty, really nice color. So this one I have seen the most, or I've seen people using the most for the Hobonichi weeks, and I first heard about it on the Sassy Pineapples video that she did, kind of detailing her kind of search for a Hobonichi weeks cover, and then the Vegan Organizer also has a great video about this cover as well. And there are also a couple others, and like I said, I will definitely link those below. So I'm not going to do a super thorough walkthrough of the cover. I'll kind of just touch on the features, but I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts about this cover, how I'm using it and all that. So I got this off of Amazon. I'm still doing my no spend for January, but I'd had a gift card from Christmas, so I used that to purchase this. I think it cost about, I want to say it was like around $35. I had Prime, so I didn't have to worry about the shipping. It did take about a week to get to me. It actually said it was going to take up to 4 weeks, so that was a pleasant surprise to get this a lot earlier. I've only had this for a couple of days, and so I haven't used it a ton to fully figure out how it's gonna work for me, but I am using it as my wallet. So previously I'd been using traveler's notebooks for my wallet. I was kind of back and forth between a micro and a passport, which I really liked, but they were sort of chunky, and it was just kind of a little bit of a different thing to use for a wallet. So I wanted to see how this went, since it's kind of a more traditional wallet setup. So this is the Saffiano, so it's not animal leather, I believe. I don't know a ton of details about the material, but I do know that it is vegan friendly. So that's a plus if that's something you're looking for. The zipper is great. It works really well. It's pretty smooth. I haven't had any issues with it. Like I said, I've only been using it for a little bit, but so far so good. So when you open it up, one thing to note is it does not lay flat. It will not lay flat because it has this rounded kind of bump in the fabric when you open it up. So that's something that may bother some people. So it's something to consider. It has a ton of storage options, lots of pockets, all those kinds of goodies. It does come with a ring bound, or it comes with rings that you can remove, and so I of course took those out because I'm not a rings person and I wanted this for my weeks. So in here I have my fitness and finances weeks that I'm using to track meals and health related things, as well as financial stuff. So that's the one I have in here. And it just slips in really nicely. Let's see if I can pull it out, to this pocket right here. So it does not, you can't slip it into this side, so you only have that option for slipping it in. And I do have the clear cover on here, and it does fit. So it is, you got a little bit of room on the top and bottom, even with the clear cover on, which was something that I was wondering about, because I know a lot of people don't like the clear cover on covers, but I like the extra storage pockets that it adds. I also like the idea of it protecting my cover since I have this endless cover and it's mostly white. I know that I will get it dirty and that would upset me. So I have decided to keep the clear cover on at least for now. On this side, you've got a long pocket, zipper pocket. There's 6 card slots here, and then there's another long pocket in the back. And then it's got an elasticated pen loop. On this side, you have an elastic. This is like all elastic fabric right here for storage, and then another long gusseted pocket, and it's got 6 card slots on this side and then 6 card slots on this side, so lots of storage there, and another long pocket in the back. You also have this, like, I've heard people call it the smiley pocket. It's a curved pocket that's on the outside of the cover. So how I'm using this, like I said, this is my wallet. So my kind of idea is to keep most of like my wallet things here, most of the more practical things, the cards I reach for most, IDs, all that. Cash coin, of course, because this has the zipper pocket, kind of goes on this side, and then more of my like planner stuff goes on this side. So one thing that I have noticed right away was that getting to my cards with this pen loop was kind of a pain. You can like obviously stretch around it, but you know, if I'm like sitting at the register like this, it is a little bit of a pain to kind of maneuver around this pen that sits here. So that's something to keep in mind. I have like all my primary like credit cards and my ID in here. So this is kind of the section I reach for the most. I figured it would be the easiest rather than having all of them on this side where I would have to kind of like flip past my book, which I don't think would be a huge deal actually now that I have used it a little bit, because again, if you're just sitting with it like this, it's not like you're actually, the book doesn't like get in the way. But I was thinking, you know, if it's open, I didn't want to have to like flip past my book. So that's something that I'm trying to kind of figure out how I want to handle. I also wanted to keep most of my cards and stuff on this side because it's got the cash, or the pocket that I feel lends itself best to like cash and coin because it's got the zipper there, and I was thinking I would keep cash in here. So that's just something that I have noticed. This pen loop, I just have the micron, the Sakura micron in there, and you can also keep it in here, and I saw this on Sylvia from Write Your Life's video, where she was able to put a pen in this, like along the spine, and that works fine too. You can still zip it up really easily. And also with this pen too, one thing that the vegan organizer pointed out was that this can become a little bit lumpy here when you zip it up with a pen sitting here. So with the Sakura Micron, I mean, you can see the pen loop right here, but it's not really, there's no bulge. So that pen is thin enough. But even if I were to take this pen out and stick it in there and zip it up, like you still see the elastic pen loop. So there wasn't really a difference there. So like I said, I'm still kind of figuring out if that's where I want to keep my pen or if I want to throw it in here, but I also don't want it to like fall out if I open up my my wallet. So anyways, yeah, my fitness and finances weeks is in here. Just all the things related to my financial tracking and budgets and stuff, as well as like my meal tracking. So this is the thing that I would want with me. Like if I just had to run out of the house, I could just grab this. And then I have an iPhone 6 and that fits just fine in this back pocket here. You do get a little bit of a bulge, but that's kind of expected, but it fits perfectly. So I could really just leave the house with this and be good to go. It is a bit large for a wallet, even for like a long wallet. It is a bit wider than anything that I have used before, so that's also something to consider. It's very smooth. It does feel a little plasticky. So that's just another thing that you might want to take into consideration. But overall, it's a great wallet. We'll see if I continue to use it. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple of days, so I'm not sure. But those were just some of the initial things that I kind of noticed in using it. Lots of pockets, lots of storage, which I think is great. It's in the back here. I'll just show you really quick. This is an Annie Plans printable. It's one of her Hobonichi Weeks companions, and it's a checkbook register, so I just have that tucked into the elastic pocket here. And then I do have just a few stickers that I use in this particular notebook, so things relating to finances and health, and then I also have my book darts in here as well. So nothing too crazy like planner goodie wise in here. I'm wanting to keep it a lot more functional. So, but overall, I understand why people use this. I was really wanting to try a zip around cover for my weeks because I like the idea of the zip around because I know you can just kind of stuff stuff in there, zip it up and not worry about things falling out. So I really like that feature. I have never tried any of the actual Hobonichi brand zip around covers that they have for the weeks. None of the designs have ever really appealed to me, and especially around with their price point for some of those. I just haven't been crazy about them. I really wanted to try them out, but none of them have really resonated with me and appealed to me. So had to go another route. I definitely have been in department stores like looking at wallets and you know, pulling out my weeks and seeing like, will this fit in here and where can I slide it in? I haven't really seen too much. I know there are some other people who have found a wallet, I think at Walmart, that fits it pretty well. So I kind of want to go check that out too. Just, you know, to have options and different covers to try out and switch out and kind of see what is going to work for me. So this made a lot of sense for me for this particular week's because, like I said, it's like my fitness and finances, and so the finance one makes sense to go with a wallet component to me. So that's that, the Filofax Saffiano. The next one I have to show is a traveler's notebook, and this is a leather traveler's notebook. This is from Rowena at her website is SojournerUSA.net, and I'll link that below. As far as I know, she's been around for a while, and I've only heard good things about her product. And from what I understand, she was kind of the one who at least made the B6 Slim size really popular. I think from what I've seen as it has caught on, and I've watched other videos about the B6 Slim, it sounds like people were doing the B6 Slim size before, or have been doing it for a while, but as far as I know, and feel free to correct me in the comments, but as far as I know, a lot of credit is due to Rowena for really kind of, I guess, mainstreaming the size, you could say. So essentially the B6 Slim is like a Midori, but it's just like an inch shorter than a standard Midori. So I was actually noticing that I was kind of missing my Midori, but when I pull out my standard size Midori, it's so long and narrow. I use it for travel journaling and I really like it for that, but to use as kind of like an everyday carry, it just doesn't work for me. I'm not super crazy about the size. So I do really like this notebook. This is the Roadrunner leather, and it's the traveler style or line, which means it's got this like cutout pocket on the front, and this is a nude, like undyed leather pocket. So I just have a little clip in here. This is from the Crafty Mail. Isn't she cute? I thought it was so cute. Got the brown elastics. This leather is super smooth. It's really nice. this is probably the notebook that I have that reminds me the most of the Midori. I don't know, I'm not going to pretend to know very much about leather, but just feel-wise, this kind of reminds me of that. This is not oil tanned, and I think that the Midori is, so there is a little bit of a difference, of course, but it's just very smooth, which was, for me, like the Midori. So the inside is also super smooth. It doesn't have like any of the nap to it, which is nice. I kind of prefer having the nap and like that smooth feeling on the inside, but this is just kind of a different smooth. It feels like it's kind of finished off. I don't know if it actually is, but it's really nice. There's no pockets on the inside, so that's kind of a different thing for me to be doing. But I really like the kind of simplistic design of it. And then in here I have my personal Hobonichi weeks, and so it fits perfectly. I think that the people, I've seen a couple videos, and like I said, I'll link them below. I can't remember names off the top of my head right now, but it fits the Hobonichi weeks. I have the clear cover on cover, as you see. It fits flush. Top to bottom, and then if you have the clear cover on cover on, you use the pot or the pen loop, you still don't have any overhang even with your pen, which is really nice. So really like this. I have the Hobonichi weeks on the front and back covers with the first and second strands. You can see that there, which I like. I don't like running the elastic through the middle of the book just because I don't like the like lump that it creates on the pages, and it just doesn't sit as nicely to me. So I like to try to not do that. So having it on the covers, I really liked, and the way that the strings on this are configured, I think it sits really well. And then I just have a folder in here that I made. My laminator like messed it up a little bit, but I'm using it for now, just to store some stickers. This is the Target Dollar Spot little monthly. It's this actually personal size, but personal size is a bit smaller than the B6 Slim, so I slipped it in there, and I'm just using this for like tracking my dog stuff. And then her notebooks also come with a notebook in them, and it's a dot grid. And I haven't used the paper yet, so I can't really speak to that. I've heard good things though, and it obviously fits like perfectly. I guess it would help if you could actually see it all. It fits really well in the in the notebook, because obviously she designs it for her size notebook. So really nice. I really like this. Like I said, it's super light, which I really like. This one I can also, if I wanted to, I could slip my phone in here. It will take a little bit more finagling, but I could carry this as well. Obviously my wallet function is not in here, but that is another option too. So really like this notebook. Big fan, highly recommend it. I really like how the Hobonichi sits, and I also have discovered that I like that it doesn't have a spine on it when using just one weeks in here. So this works really well. I highly recommend this option. Super light, just really nicely made notebook. So and then the last ones that I have to show for now are these two, which are the Speckled fawns. These are both the rustic Kodiak leather. I have one in brown and one in black. I'm probably going to be destashing these, and I'm going to show you in a minute. So these have the spines on them, and this was actually this notebook was kind of what helped me discover that the Hobonichi weeks will work in a B6 Slim, and see how I liked it. So you know, pockets on the inside. I really love this leather. This is like my favorite leather. It's got like the nap on it too. And so the only issue that I personally have, and this is totally a personal issue because it's a fantastic notebook. You all, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know how much I love Speckled fawns. But So I was carrying a week's, like, with the elastic on the back cover in here. And as you can see, if you only were to carry one in here, you've got a lot of like gap, and obviously like you could, you know, put in another insert, but there's still kind of quite a bit of gap. So let me just show you with my other, sorry, hit the camera there. So I was carrying two, and you can fit these in with the clear cover on covers. They will fit flush top to bottom with the cover on cover on. So when you carry two in there, it fits a lot better. You don't really have this like gap, but so that works really well. And then let's see, with a pen, I have fit up to 3 Hobonichi weeks in here, and this is the 1-inch spine. And so that is also an option if you have multiple weeks like I do. You can fit up to 3 in here. So that's how that looks. The pen does hang out a little bit, but you know, pens tend to do that anyways on most notebooks. So that's something you want to take into consideration. And then let me just see. I'm going to just slip one more in here so I can show you guys what 3 look like in here. Just slide it on this guy. So, as you can see, 3 will fit in here. If I put them on different elastics, I think it might fit a little bit better, but you can definitely get up to 3 in here without any overhang, just the pen overhang. So that is another option as well if you wanted to carry up to 3. I don't know how many people have 3 weeks, but that's an option. I don't really have other like B6 slim inserts to show you how that would look in here as well, but I just wanted to show you that as an option. And this is like I said, this is kind of how I fell in love with using a traveler's notebook for my Hobonichi weeks, but I just ultimately for me decided that I didn't like the spine with carrying my Hobonichi weeks. I love the spine for like all of my other sizes that I have from Speckled Fawns, but like on the A6, like I absolutely adore that, but for some reason for the weeks it just doesn't, I don't like it as much, and I'm not sure, I don't really know what that's about, but that's totally like a personal preference thing. But these fit fantastically. And I have seen people also do like special requests to have a B6 Slim work for their Hobonichi weeks and like slide it in the back cover. Mine, I didn't special request mine or anything, so it doesn't quite fit in the back cover, but if you leave a note to them on Etsy, that's something that they can do from what I've seen. So this is also like a fantastic option. Like I said, I do love Speckled Fawns, so you can kind of do some customization with them if you contact them before you place your order, and kind of play around with some different configurations for that. So I think that part's really great as well. And then again, like they have the front pocket too, and I'm realizing how much I really love having the pockets on the outside of these covers. I could fit my phone in there as well. So those are just a few of the options that I have found for my Hobonichi weeks. You know, both Traveler's Notebook style and the Filofax. So I'm still kind of hunting around. I really am happy with this one. I just really like how it fits. I really like the simple design of it and lightweight design of this, but you know, we like to change things up and switch things around so we don't get bored. So I'm sure I will be trying out some other options as well, and I will definitely share those with you as I find them and get them. So I hope this was helpful for you if you have a Hobonichi Weeks and you're looking for some cover options. I mean, the other option too that I have used with Hobonichi Weeks is this is the Foxy Fix pen loop, and I have just used, oh, there goes my charm. I have used that on here as well. So I just like ignore this pen loop and use this one on the front, and that keeps it closed, because that's one of the big things for me is keeping my notebooks closed. I don't like throwing these in a bag without them being closed, because I have had it just like fly open and then like crunch the pages, which I'm sure you fellow planner addicts can relate, is just like a terrible, terrible thing to happen. So that's one option that I've seen. I'm not going to take credit for this. I've seen this, other people do this. So that's just kind of a simple like elastic closure. I also have the rivet band from the Hobonichi site, and I really like this. They use a really thin elastic, and this works really well to hold it close to. The thin elastic is just like light enough and doesn't like crunch down on your cover if you're using a clear cover on cover too. So that is an option as well. And then I have also made some little covers, button rivet style covers, or closures, I guess is a better word for it, but just by threading some extra elastic through a button and using it in much the same way. The elastic I have is fairly thick, so that does make a difference, but that is another thing that you can do as well. And I think I've seen these available on Etsy, I'm not sure, but they're really simple to make if you have some spare buttons and extra elastic. So those are what I've got for you guys for today. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below, and I will hopefully see you guys again soon. Bye.